What's going on YouTube? Chase here in Aftershock videos, and today we have a really cool deck profile that I wanted to try out for myself. I pulled a few of these in the Battle of Chaos opening, if you watched that, and then I seen somebody playing this at my locals yesterday, and the archetype is just intriguing. I thought it was cool already when I did the box opening video, but you know, kind of digging more into it, it's really actually kind of interesting. So they're dark dinosaurs, and they have like a lot of traps that kind of play into their fusion summoning. A lot of it has to do with paying half your life points, which sounds kind of bad, but once you start seeing how it's the reason why, it kind of becomes a little bit more clear of what this is trying to do. Also, there is some products coming out in the new Dimension Force with the Dinomorphias, which is the Rex Sturm and the Dinomorphia Frenzy. But let's go ahead and go into the card by card so I can explain more of how I came up with this deck profile. As you can see, we have the Ultimate Dino, or Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Since there isn't a whole bunch of Dinomorphia monsters as far as the main deck goes, I figured throwing in this UCT package would kind of help play into, like with turn one, because normally you would just normal summon Therizia or Diplos and then take your end of your turn. But I think this kind of helps. We got the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, we got the Animadorn, we got 3 Fossil Digs to search like Miscellaneous Saurus or any of the other dinos. We also got, let's see here, got the Double Evolution Pill, the Linkuriboh, the Secure Garden on the extra deck. So we got that going for us. Next we have 3 Dinomorphia Therizias. This is a normal summon card, or it could be special summoned to get the effect of set 1 Dinomorphia trap directly from your deck to your spell and trap zones, which is really good once we start getting into the traps. This says if your life points are 2,000 or less, this card gains 500 attacks. A little irrelevant, but you'll kind of see. Then the other effect is you can banish 1 trap from your graveyard, special summon 1 level 4 or lower Dinomorphia monster from your graveyard, except itself. Next we have 3 Dinomorphia Diplos. This one's more of a foolish burial. It says if this card is normal or special summon, you can send 1 Dinomorphia card from your deck to the graveyard. And this could come in handy when you get some of your other traps, which allow you to special summon up to 2 Dinomorphias for the total of a level 8. Next we have 3 Ash Blossoms for interruptions, 2 DD Crows for graveyard interruptions. We have 1 Effect Veiler. Got 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, like I said, 3 Fossil Digs. Now this one we have 3 Dinomorphia Domains. This is one of the main searching traps you're going to be going for off of the Therizia. So it says during the main phase, pay half your life points, fusion summon 1 Dinomorphia fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand, deck, or field as material. So that is really strong right there. This says when your opponent activates a card or effect while your life points are 2,000 or less, you could banish this card from your graveyard. You take no effect damage from your opponent's card effects this turn. So that is pretty good. Next we have 3 Dinomorphia Alerts. It says pay half your life points, if you can see the theme going there. Special summon up to 2 Dinomorphia monsters from your graveyard. So that could play in with the Dinomorphia Diplos, like I was saying earlier, whose total levels equal 8 or less, but you cannot declare an attack with them this turn. So that is the only downfall of this. You get 2 bodies on the field, but then you can't attack, so that's unfortunate. And then it says also you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except Dinomorphia monsters, which is pretty okay. It says when your opponent activates a card effect while your life points are 2,000 or less, you can banish this card from your graveyard and you take no damage. So this one also has built-in protection. And then also this one has the same second effect, but however, first effects for Dinomorphia Frenzy, which we have 3 of, planning ahead for the Dimension Force. It says during your opponent's main phase, pay half your life points, fusion summon 1 Dinomorphia fusion monster from your extra deck using 1 monster from your deck and 1 monster from your extra deck as fusion material. So this one is pretty good. This one will tie in with the Dinomorphia Rex Sturm, because this one just requires 1 Dinomorphia fusion monster and then 1 Dinomorphia monster. So, at this rate, you can go into the Ketragina and then something else from your deck, and then you can activate the alert. You can get Ketragina back. I mean, it all just depends on your draws, obviously, like any other deck, but the synergy here is pretty good. You can go several different ways with it. And then it says when your opponent activates a card effect and you banish this card from the graveyard. Yeah, it's got the same second effect, but this one is pretty good. Then we have 2 Dinomorphia Brutes. This one says pay half your life points to destroy 1 Dinomorphia monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls. So kind of a little bit of a 2-for-1 because you got to play this one, but not too bad if you need a problem card off the field. It says when your opponent activates a card or effect, while your life points are 2,000 or less, you can banish this card and also get the protection from this one for the second effect. Next, we have 2 Dinomorphia Shells. This one says at the start of your opponent's battle phase, pay half your life points, special summon 1 Dinomorphia token, a level 10 with 3k defense, and if you do, for the rest of this turn, while you control that token in your monster zone, your opponent cannot target other monsters for attacks except that one. And it's got the during damage calculation, it's got the 2,000 or less protection also. Next, we have 3 Dinomorphia Reversions. If you control a Dinomorphia Fusion monster, pay half your life points and banish 1 counter trap from your graveyard. This effect becomes that counter trap's effect. So that could go into the domain. So that is, you can get into a couple fusion monsters. So that's pretty good. Then of course we have 2 Solemn Judgments, and rounding off the main deck we have 2 Dinomorphia Sonics. This one says when your opponent activates a spell or trap card while you control a Dinomorphia monster, pay half your life points, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Then destroy 1 Dinomorphia monster you control. So again, this one can tie into the play with the Dinomorphia alert. You could go into this first, and if you get monsters in the graveyard, you can activate the alert and go into 2, and so on and so forth. Now going into the extra deck, of course, we have the Linkuriboh and Secure Gardener for the Ultimate Tyranno. We have the Draglubion package, which is 97 Draglubion, the Harbinger, and the number 100. And we also have Evolvzor Dulka. This one is a rank 4. This one can negate activations and destroy the monster activating it. We have a rank 6 because we can easily make Dinomorphia Ketragina. And I only put this in here because in case these monsters get like impermed or something where they're just not very, if they somehow become unusable, you could go into Evolvzor Zolda, which is a rank 6 dinosaur. And it says this card cannot be destroyed by card effects while it has XYZ material. When your opponent special summons a monster, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card and destroy that monster. So at least you get some value off of it. And then next, since we do have some level 8s, we can go into a rank 8 DDD Duodon King Kaliuga. If you've never seen this card says after this card is XYZ summoned, for the rest of this turn, other cards already on the field and their effects cannot be activated, and all other card effects on the field are negated. So this one would be good trying to finish off the game. And then once per turn, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, destroy all spells and traps on the field. You can detach 1 material from this card and then target 1 Dark Contract, which is that part you don't really have to worry about, but the being able to destroy all spells and negate stuff on the field is pretty good. Now we have 1 Dinomorphia Stealth Bergia. It just takes 2 Dinomorphias, monsters with 2 different names. While your life points are 2,000 or less, you do not pay life points to activate trap cards. So if let's say you're all able to get the ultimate Conductor Tyranno out on turn 1, and then you can go into the fusion. This would be good for your follow-up plays, because then you don't have to pay life points. If you got the ultimate Tyranno out, he's already kind of a problem card. But then, you'll see why this is kind of a problem. We got the 3 Dinomorphia Ketraginas, or Ginas, whatever you want to call it. It says lose. Okay, listen to this. I almost thought this card was bad at first. It says loses attack equal to your life points. It's got 4,000. So I mean that's kind of worrisome, right? But then it says you can use each of the following effects of Dinomorphia Ketragina once per turn. During the main phase, quick effect, you can pay half your life points. So there's already 4,000 you're at right there. And then it says during the main phase, banish 1 Dinomorphia normal trap from your graveyard. So after you normal summon Theresia, and you set a domain and then use it to get the Ketragina, you can banish the domain, and then this card effect becomes that trap's effect. So you pretty much get the same fusion summon twice without having to, it says once per turn, so that's how you can cheat that out and then get a second one out. And of course, if you need to, you can go into the rank 6. So that's pretty good. So basically, this one, the less life points you have, the stronger it is. So it's a weird concept. It's interesting, but it does, however, it is effective. So, and then the rest of this effect says you. So that's why this one is kind of a problem with the not paying life points. You kind of want to, but then at the same time, you know, if you need to save for, you know, if you want to activate Solemn Judgment, I don't know. It does. This one's just, I just put this one in there because it's part of the archetype, so we have access to it. And then lastly, for the extra deck, we have 3 Dinomorphia Rex Sturms, and this again is coming out in the Dimension Force. This just takes 1 Dinomorphia Fusion monster, so either one of those, and then 1 Dinomorphia monster. It says your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters they control with attack more than or equal to your life points. So once you get pretty low, this ends up being really, really good. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. You can pay half your life points so that the attack of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls becomes equal to your life points until the end of this turn. If this card is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you special summon 1 level 6 or lower Dinomorphia monster from your graveyard. So he is pretty good with a 3k body. Now, for the side deck, I just kind of threw in a bunch of good stuff. Triple Nibiru, who's a DPE package, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon with Anaconda and Super Poly, Fusion Destiny, double Mirror Force, a Magic Cylinders, and 2 Solemn Judgments. Should be interesting to play, so let's go ahead and throw this in EDO Pro Duels, and let's see what this can do. Alright guys, so here we are in EDO Pro Duels. Let's see if we can showcase what this deck can actually accomplish. Okay, so we don't have the Theresia right away, so we can go a different direction. We can go into the Fossil Dig. Let's grab ourselves a Miscellaneousaurus. We're going to activate Miscellaneousaurus. You guys know how this goes. Or banish it. Then we are going to grab a Animadorn. Activate it, yes. Let's pitch the Diplos. That allows us. Alright. Could have interrupted, but I guess didn't. Then Diplos, grab the double evolution pill. Then we'll go into our Link Karibo. Go into the Secure Gardena. And then we could double evolution pill. So we'll banish the Animadorn, the Link Karibo. Grab the Ultimate Tyranno. We will set this Brute. And we will end our turn there. Like I said, this deck can go a couple different ways. And of course, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is obviously not a bad choice. So it's pretty good. So he's opened up with Pot of Extravagance. We're obviously going to ash that. So hopefully we can get either another Fossil Dig or a Dinomorphia monster, the Theresia, so we can kind of go off into the next turn so you can see how the fusion monsters actually work. Okay, cool. We have okay, so we got the Fossil Dig, so that's pretty good. Let's activate it. See if we can. Okay, we're gonna grab the Theresia. Normal summon the Theresia. We will activate her effect. Skill drain. Well, I guess this is fine. We'll chain link Dinomorphia Brute, so we are going to get this set here. We'll get rid of that skill drain. Okay, so that resolves. We'll grab a domain, we'll set it. Theresia in the graveyard. Can't exact. I forgot what her thing is. I think she sets from the graveyard. Oh, banishes to. Oh, special summon. Okay, perfect. And then we could Foolish Burial. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll send another Diplos. Ghost Ogre. Well, I guess I got greedy with it. Let's go ahead and send another Diplos. Let's just go ahead and go to battle. Attack with a Gardena. Then we will attack with the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Attack. Alright, main phase 2. We'll go into the end phase. We still have an effect failure in our hand for any problematic monsters we come across. So this isn't coming off too bad. I mean, we're not really... I wish I could get in... I wish he'd let us show more of the Dinomorphia stuff, but he has an answer for that. I don't know why he didn't answer the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. That's a little crazy. But we can still activate Domain, I believe. Because you can summon monsters from your hand, deck, or field. But it has to be during the main phase, so we'll see how that goes. Follow the Haunted, interesting. Targeting... Ghost Ogre? Guess he can maybe have the Synchro play. Yeah, I guess we can... Okay, let us activate it now. Pay 2,000 life points. We will get the Ketragina. Use Therizia in our deck. And Diplos in our deck, which is really, really good. So, since we have 2,000 life points, she loses 2,000. And before they go into the battle phase, we get to activate her effect again. Or activate her effect, and then use the Domain's effect again. By banishing it. Okay, they ended the main phase. Let's... Yeah, you know what? We'll chain Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. See if we can set her face down. That's unfortunate. So I, again, got greedy. But now we can activate Ketragina, pitch the Domain. Then we can get another one. Did I click on the Rex on accident? No? Okay. Well. Now she's bigger, I guess. Oh, he surrendered anyways, so. But see, you activated the life. You pay half your life points when you're already 2,000, so you're at 1,000. So 4,000 minus 1,000 brings her to about 3,000. So kind of see how that goes. But either way, I mean, that was pretty good. So not a whole lot more to say about this deck, but you know, it's interesting to say the least. Not a lot of people would expect it, and it's just got some really random places to go. Like I said, it can play with, you know, play into the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. It's got its own fusions that you can summon out so easily. And then, you know, considering they're level 6 and 8, so you can make some really powerful XYZ plays if you have to. It's just pretty cool. I like it. So, I mean, that was just the first public match I played and surrendered, so it's pretty good. But anyways, guys, let me know down below what you think of the Dinomorphias. See how you would play it if you're excited for Dimension Force coming out. Let me know all that down below. I'd love to hear about it. Also, don't forget to check out my Patreon if you guys want to support the channel. And also, don't forget to check out my TCGPlayer account. If any of these cards interest you, I'll leave the link below in the description. Don't forget to give me a follow on Instagram and check out the merch store. Got all kinds of cool stuff on there. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It means a ton to me. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.